football, Dad's Army. So we go away to the bridge in a critical game for Arsenal and Chelsea. Both of us really need to win this game, especially us, Arsenal. We need to bounce back from our last 2 league defeats and a draw that we've had in the last 3 games. We need to show people that we can bounce back, we can fight. We've got something about us still. And we're going into this game with the unfortunate news that Declan Rice has broken his toe and he might not be able to play in that game, which is another injury headache for us as the fans and Arteta as the manager, who I might add, a lot of people are turning against. Even the staunch Arteta winners are starting to turn against this guy because we've seen enough. The poor performances of late have just left a bitter taste in the mouth after the way we finished last season, finishing runners-up again for a second year in a row, starting this season a bit hit and miss and then going on another poor run. In that time, we're losing to Bournemouth, drawing with Liverpool and losing again to Newcastle, losing to Inter Milan, having a really poor performance against Shakhtar Donetsk as well, just about nicking that game 1-0. The form in the last 5 games has not been great. Performances, although it was a little bit better against Inter Milan, still didn't produce no goals and we're lacking that firepower up front. But now we're going to go into this important game against Chelsea without Declan Rice. It seems it's not been confirmed yet, but if it is confirmed, then we're going to need to come up with a solution. And I believe on the podcast I did with Anthony on Thursday evening, we come up with a solution. And it's something that we've all been wanting to see, just to see if it works or not. We've all been waiting to see this formation, this certain player, play in this position since he comes to the club. You know what I'm talking about, Alexander Zinchenko. I think it would be a very shrewd move to use him in the midfield spot next to Thomas Partey in a 4-2-3-1 formation against Chelsea. We've got Julian Timber there playing at left back, so we don't have to use Zinchenko in the left back position. We can finally use him in that defensive midfield spot where we can be next to Thomas Partey and sit in that double pivot. And one can go, one can stay, one can go, one can stay during the game. But I think this is how we're going to cope with losing Declan Rice. And I think it will be a masterstroke for Arteta to finally use him in a position where he plays for Ukraine. He plays in midfield for Ukraine. More further up the pitch, yeah, I can agree with that argument. But I think it will be the perfect opportunity to use him there. Mikel Merino, he needs to find his feet a bit more. He's not up to pace with the Premier League. I don't think it'd be a good option. He's been hooked at half-time against Inter Milan. Not sure why. It might have been because he was booked. And, we didn't want to risk getting another player sent off. But Gabriel was also booked in that first half. And he wasn't hooked. So, it's 6 of one, half dozen the other. Who knows? But let me know what you think about that. Using Alexander Zinchenko in that midfield spot next to Thomas Partey in a double pivot. I think it would be a great solution, and rotating the squad to what we need to do. Let me know what you think in the comments.